morning, Minecraft gamers. Welcome back to the continuation of the Fun with FlapJack, How I Build My Enderman Farm in the End. I'm standing out here in the void, just popped a rocket and actually landed right on top of this thing where I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in these slabs like I said I needed to at the end of the last video, and then get on into it to show you how to build this thing. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you'll place, I'm pretty sure, 3 blocks, and then on top of that block, you're going to place a minecart track with a minecart inside of it, and then the Endermen are going to be aggroed on it. But yeah, that is going to be your center block there. And if I did it in the wrong spot, I'll just come back later and I'll add a block under it and then break the block and let the minecart drop down one. Because sometimes I get my stuff mixed up, and I haven't built one of these in a long time because I've been playing Bedrock. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this is your center block. And then what I like to do is basically let these guys be aggroing on this endermite constantly by only going out 30 blocks from the center. Each direction, and that includes these blocks. So when I go to the side, the platform will start from here. This would be 1, 2, 3, and that'd be 4, and the next block could be 5, that kind of thing. But from the center here going out, this block is 1. And so I'll just go 30 this way, I'll go 30 that way, what actually is 29, but I'll go 29 more blocks being 30 this way. Okay, that was 30 blocks. But then, right here we're going to go 1 and then 29 more that way. And I have YouTube on my television, and I'm kind of watching what's going on with YouTube on the screen. And so that's kind of funny. But at any rate, if I do fall and die, it's my own stupid fault, right? Right. And so we'll be, we don't need that there anymore. We'll just drop that on down. But like I said, this will be 1, that'll be 2, that'll be 3, that'll be 4. So we'll start at 5 and go to 6. Wait, what did I just say? Start at 5. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. 6. And 30. And then we'll do the same thing this other direction. It's a little bit easier to place these blocks at these angles, you see, like this, and not get pushed off by these bullies. Endermans are bullies. That dude just fell. Did he die? No, he's still alive. So that could actually be a really great test. I've got this one Enderman down here, and I'm thinking if I go ahead and drop on down there and, whoops, see, that guy just tried to push me, jerk. Okay, if I activate my wings, get a little bit nervous. There. Now this guy should be a one-hit kill. And he's dead. So yeah, that's going to be just fine. The Enderman fell off of there, or stepped off of there actually, for no real apparent reason. There were no trapdoors up there, but he just made his way off. Endermen aren't that bright. And yeah, he just fell right down. So I'm going to do the hop, and then I'm up. The problem now is landing without ticking off all of these Endermen, and I did it. I was successful. But yeah, from time to time you'll be building this and you may accidentally aggro an Enderman. You can, of course, always feel free to put a jack-o'-lantern on your head and block these Endermen from being aggroed on you if that's an issue for you when you're playing around a lot of Endermen. I typically just stare at the ground. And if you're not directly staring at them in their eyes, then they don't aggro on you. Even if they are bullies and they try to push you off of the blocks, that's okay. All you have to do once you get this all put together is you can build this in a diamond shape, which is sometimes pretty cool. I like to just build it different ways to see how it's going to perform. You can build it in a huge rectangle up here, and It works as a big rectangle, it works as a big square, it works as a diamond. I like it as the diamond, so that's why I start placing them like this so that it has a different shape. Once you're down below, you'll look up and it looks kind of neat that way, and it works just as well that direction as the other. You can tell you have a ton of Endermen up here already, and they're just hanging out. They're not able to aggro on the Endermite yet because I haven't put an Endermite in the minecart yet. And that mainly is because of the reason, I'm going to, stupid little guy pushed me. Did you see that? Big bully. But anyways, got me all flustered, didn't he? Anyhow, yeah, we'll be fine. Let me just keep doing what I'm doing. I got to go back to the overworld. That's where my anvil is. I don't have enough iron. Well, I might have enough iron to make another anvil, but I really don't need to make another anvil. So I'll travel back to the overworld and go ahead and use the anvil that's there. That's why I built it. I think it's my second or third anvil so far. Move over a little. I'm running out of blocks. Yep, so I'll go ahead and grab some more blocks here. Grab a whole row. Goofball jumped on top of my shulker box. But yeah, it's pretty important while you're doing this to have the elytra on, just in case an Enderman does bully you right off the edge. That's not good when they push you right off the edge. Not good at all. But basically, this should work out where your platform up here is roughly 60 across and 60 back. It's actually, because of the row in the center, it's going to be like not 60 across and 60 back. It'll be 61 across. And then if you counted right, which sometimes I screw things up, but if I counted right, it should be a big square that I'll shape like a diamond. And I'm single player, so there's going to be so many spawnable blocks up here that having Endermen spawning and dropping into the farm is not going to be an issue. If you've never built an Enderman farm in your worlds before, especially on Java, you should give it a try. See if you can't come up with something that really cranks out the XP. Enderman Farms, you can stand there and get XP like you would not believe. And it's just an endless flow. Overall, it's just an endless flow of Endermen dropping into the trap. They take that maximum amount of damage. Went on Google and double, triple checked my brain because I kept thinking it was 42 blocks, but I was thinking, man, it might be 43 blocks. I don't know for sure. It's been about a year since I built one of these, and yep, it's still the same. It's 42 or 43 blocks. And so basically what I do is I go up 43 blocks and then I put a half slab floor for them to fall onto, which means it's 42 and a half blocks that they drop, but they still take that same amount of damage dropping them to the one hit kill. It's half a heart. You can just smack them with, you can punch them with your fish, you can hit them with a rocket, you could hit them with your bucket, you could just almost look at them funny and they're going to die. But yeah, don't look at them in their eyes. You can stare at them cockeyed all day if you want to, maybe even cross your eyes at them, but don't look at them in their eyes. That aggroes them, frustrates them. But with the way this trap is put together, this farm is very simple to build and very effective at preventing them from being able to hit you at all. And then if you put the trapdoors in it, you don't have to, but if you place the trapdoors in it down below, they can't aggro on you at all. So that's a huge plus. But from time to time, they'll be aggroed anyways. It's weird. And you'll hear them get all fired up and angry, but they die just as quick. But to prevent them from teleporting out of the drop zone, you just use water eventually. You use water to stop them from teleporting around, because sometimes Endermen can teleport for no random real reason. And if they're down there in your kill chamber and then teleport out, they'll land on other blocks. And so what you do is you basically just make sure that inside of your farm, you don't have any spaces that are over 2.5 blocks tall. because if they're 3 blocks tall, an Enderman could teleport into that open available space because they require 3 blocks of height clearance to be able to teleport. Let's see. Why did I only grab 12 blocks? I needed a whole stack. All right, I'm going to keep at it, putting out all these blocks here, and we'll have about a fourth of this done. You can see it takes an enormous amount of blocks to build this farm. So you want to bring roughly a chest of blocks with you, I think it is, to get this farm put together at this size. And of course, people build them different sizes, but because of how fast they refill your kill chamber, you really don't need it much bigger than this. And people actually are building them even smaller than this, much, much smaller than this, and having an enormous amount of XP. But I like building it, 60 blocks. I think they'll aggro on that endermite like 64 blocks away or something like that. So having them 30 blocks this way means they can see that endermite 30 blocks, and every one of the endermen will aggro and take off running towards it. Okay, so I ran out of cobblestone and I'm nearly finished, but not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and run back to the overworld, do some off-camera cobblestone grinding, and get myself what I need to finish this up. But yeah, you can see up in the sky how this is going to go out to that point, which is kind of neat. You can do circles up there, and circles are probably the most efficient for spawn rates and stuff like that. But I rather like the diamond shape up there. It's kind of cool, looks neat. It might be off-centered a little bit, but yeah, I'm not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here should be the center, but looking out, it's off a little bit because of the end of it not being able to be like a 1 point. But that doesn't even matter. It's going to look really cool from approaching it if you like rock it out here with your elytra, which of course, if I throw my screen up to be able to see where I am, I'm only 300 blocks over here, but let's go ahead and shrink my GUI scale from 3 or auto down to 2, and then I can actually still see my GUI and make sure that if you look, I'm at Y57. I don't want to go below that, but I want to head that way. And so I'll jump up in the air. I'm 100 blocks up. I can follow this over to the end island. But yeah, if you look at it from up here, it looks really cool. And most of them Endermen will, well, all of the Endermen will despawn once I go this direction. But yeah, flying is just a little bit scary sometimes in the end. Haven't been playing Java, so it's not quite the same as flying with your Xbox controller. It's not the same at all. It's, for me, I play on MacBook Pro. I've said that several times, but in case you didn't know that, I play on a MacBook Pro. So for me, the flying is with my fingers, and yeah, sometimes fingers cramp and you do wrong things, or silly things happen, or mistakes, or glitches, or lag, or latency, or any of the above. All the awful things can happen, and yeah, not real cool. But yeah, this farm's looking real good. I think I'm going to go ahead and pop off here and get myself some cobblestone. I'll probably just fill up another shulker chest full. I know I won't need that much, but I'll use it for some other projects. I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.